Good morning. Hi, my name's Bridget. I have been inspired by the likes of Hayley, Steph and all the amazing booktubers to start a channel. I just really want to share these books. It's one series, it's 5 books, so I bought them, I read them, I'm breathing them, I'm living them. If you could compare this series right here, it'll be a bit random, but we're going to compare it to a type of food. Your favourite food ever. I don't care what your favourite food is, this right here is whatever your favourite food is. You inhale that food, you are engulfed by that food, enveloped, entranced, if that's even a word. That right there is the series. Let's get books here. April's TBR was TBR. It was read. May coming up. Okay, welcome to my very first booktube video. I used to be an avid reader as a child, however I stopped reading recently. There has been books being sprinkled into my current algorithms and the book girlies are doing their thing, and reading has never been so vital and imperative to my current lifestyle. It has helped with anxiety and my mental health and everything, and I honestly cannot thank this community enough that I have been enjoying from my couch and watching and then reading the recommendations. So I'm going to start with one of the most popular books on BookTok and BookTube at the moment, and it is Binding 13, Chloe Walsh. This was the second book I read in April. I started off with Where Sleeping Girls Lie. That is a young adult mystery. To be honest, I haven't read much mystery. It was super, like, it was so good. It was set in a prestigious boarding school, new girl in town, and things start happening a little bit strange. And it is a little bit of a slow build up, but once you get into the thick of it, you will not be able to put that book down. I just thought it was so good to start off the month of April going into autumn. We've got a bit of an ominous mood, so I gave that 4.5. I would just also like to point out that the amount of books that I read this month is not, I can't even speak because I'm flabbergasted. I have a full-time job and I've been very MIA, I'm not gonna lie, thanks to the series here, which I absolutely devoured. Oh my god, I don't know, but like there's seriously something laced in these books because it is very addictive. I need to tell you, these books, they've got trigger warnings. Even Chloe writes in every single book little note. Binding 13 is the first installment in the Boys of Tommen series and the first book for Johnny and Shannon. Some scenes in this book may be extremely upsetting, therefore reader discretion is advised. Because of its explicit sexual content, graphic violence, mature themes, triggers and bad language, it is suitable for readers 18+. It is based in the south of Ireland, set during the time frame of 2005 and contains Irish dialogue and slang. I did listen to these as well as read. I think that was just the best way to experience this book because you're listening to the narrators with their Irish accents. It just feels like you're totally being absorbed into this book. I've got a few wee annotations that probably deserves a lot more. This is the first book I've ever annotated. Johnny and Shannon, they will have my heart forever. Johnny, he is a rugby player. He's in the elite team. He's trying to play for Ireland one day, in high school at the moment. Shannon has experienced bullying, toxic home life, parents with addiction, domestic violence, and Johnny is like the complete opposite. When these characters are explained in this many pages, it is seriously not enough. You need another book for them as well. My heart was cracked open and sewn back together again with the story. If that wasn't enough, you go into Shannon's brother's story, which also has 2 books, 700, 800 pages, and oh my gosh, it is heart-wrenching. I've never sobbed so much in these stories. And then you get Gibbsy, which is Johnny's best friend, and Claire, which is Shannon's best friend. And you think this is gonna be a bright, bubbly book? Well, Chloe, I don't know what you did, but it is not. I feel like with Binding 13, that was my favourite of the series, my favourite book ever. You're getting introduced to all the characters. The banter between Gibbsy and Johnny is just top tier banter, and had me in bits laughing. I was giggling. I will not say any more on those books. It is a 6+ star series for me, and I just want to say a massive thank you to BookTok, because these books are wow, next level. Keep the recommendations coming. Next up, we're gonna go into our May TBR. You know when you do it, untuck it. I went to the library next for my April TBR. Christina Lauren True Love Experiment. I have no idea what it's about, but it's got Emily Henry wrote on the front, and it says pure irresistible magic from start to finish. It's a nice little light romance. And I have been eyeing this book up for so long. Every time I see it at the bookstore, I'm always like, oh, that just looks rather intriguing. I don't know what it's about at all, except it looks like it's historical. In 1901, the word bondmaid was discovered missing from the Oxford English Dictionary. This is the story of the girl who stole it. Motherless and irresistibly curious, Esme spends her childhood in the scriptorium, a garden shed in Oxford where her father and team of lexicographers are gathering words for the very first Oxford English Dictionary. Esme's place is beneath the sorting table, unseen and unheard. One day she sees a slip containing the word bondmaid flutter to the floor unclaimed. Esme seizes the word and hides it in an old wooden trunk that belongs to her friend Lizzie, a young servant in the big house. Esme begins to collect other words from the scriptorium that are misplaced, discarded, or have been neglected by the dictionary net. They help her make sense of the world. Over time, Esme realizes that some words are considered more important than others, and that words and meanings relating to women's experiences often go unrecorded. She begins to collect words for another dictionary, the Dictionary of Lost Words. Set when the women's suffrage movement was at its height and the Great War loomed, the Dictionary of Lost Words reveals a lost narrative hidden between the lines of history written by men. It's a delightful, lyrical, and deeply thought-provoking celebration of words and the power of language to shape our experience of the world. Ooh, it just sounds so good. Then I have Love on the Brain. I recently read Lee Hazelwood's book for the first time in March. My gosh, I got some of my reactions on camera. I'm gonna put them in here because I was giggling and having an absolute ball. Looking for someone. Are you heard from lovers before? Can you feel the temperature rise? I read the first Magnolia Parks in January last year, and honestly took my time. I read Magnolia Parks and then Daisy Hates. I waited a whole year just because I did not want to finish it and end the world so quickly. So then this year in January I started off the year reading the 3rd and 4th of the Magnolia Parks series. It starts on the back with the famous "How many loves do you actually get in a lifetime?" Everyone knows by now that Magnolia and BJ are written in the stars, but is that enough? I'm not going to go into it, but if you haven't read Magnolia Parks and you love Gossip Girl, then this is the book. Thank you so much for watching my first ever book video. I can't wait to hear about your April reads. Went in the comments below, and I will see you in the next